Hey everybody, welcome back to Viking MTG. Got a few minutes here between dropping my daughter off at school and a 9:30 doctor's appointment. So um, I stopped at the Walgreens by her school, which I'd never stopped at before, and they had all their blister packs, which this is all that was left, 50% off. And according to the gal, they got another shipment coming in. I'm assuming that means they won't have squat till Guilds comes out. And they had these for half off. And what they did is they dropped the prices of all of them, including the new M19 Planeswalker decks, in these to $11.99, including the ones with the two packs. And they kept then they put all their Magic cards 50% off at that store, because I know the rest of the stores aren't like that. But this is an Aether Revolt one. So I snatched it up. So let's do a little, we're doing random Walgreens opening. See? Walgreens. Walgreens does not sponsor me. Nobody sponsors me. Except my patrons. That nice bendy goodness. And he's been so bad. So ridiculous. Alright. Well, it's not going to be a lot of value in anything in this set, with the exception of there's two, a Walking Ballista and the one mythic artifact. I can't remember the name of it. There's 2 or 3 cards in this set that will hold value. And of course the masterpieces. I think Fatal Pushes will hold value. I think they'll stay around $5. Even after cycle. I know there's modern decks that play it. It's an awesome piece of removal. Nothing else to it. It's just an awesome piece of removal. Alright, so this comes with this pre-built deck, which I saw Merchant's Dockhand on the front, which is nothing special by any means. Quicksmith Spy, Tezzy's Betrayal, an Ornithopter. There's something that'll stay relevant, at least to a certain extent. Nothing super fancy here. These pendulums are nice. They're actually really nice. I mean, 2 mana to gain 3 life when it comes in, and then pay 5, sack it, and draw a card. It's a good artifact. Especially late game. Essence Extraction. It's not bad. Let's see what we get in our packs. This Tezzy actually isn't too bad. 6 for one of the Planeswalker decks. Planeswalkers, it's not bad. It's a 5 loyalty for 6, which is meh. But his +1 is reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put it into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And then his -3 is target opponent loses life equal to the number of artifacts you control, which is pretty solid. And then his -8 is gain control of all artifacts and creatures target opponent controls. So that's pretty legit. Play that against mono green, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. And I'm sure there's a lot of modern decks that would play well against. I know modern's super fast though. Hidden Herbalist, Renegade Rallier, and a Fatal Push. Speak of the devil. Take some Fatal Push action. That recoups a little bit of value. Let's crack this other one. Come on, Masterpiece. I don't think we have a foil here. We have a Gremlin Infestation, Barricade Breaker, Vengeful Rebel, and a Heroic Intervention. Nice. Heroic Intervention still got value, and I think it'll hold value. It's definitely modern playable. It's definitely legitimate. So, $10 right there. I made money. With all 3 of these, probably 14 total. And that's what I could actually sell them for right now. So, even with the limited time left in the format, Heroic Intervention and Fatal Push are still holding value. They will, people will still want those cards for tabletop. Sure, they're not standard playable, but there's plenty of people who play them in Modern and Commander, and there's plenty of people who play those cards, in tabletop Magic, just with their buddies. I don't really have a group of buddies so much that I play Magic with when I'm not at a store. I have some friends that play Vintage. But my Vintage collection isn't big enough to be putting together Vintage decks. It's just not. And I'm not going to drop the money to reacquire the cards I traded away. Wild Growth Walker, Imperial Aerosaur, Bishop of the Bloodstain, and a Bishop of Rebirth. Meh. I am building a humans deck, and I have taken into account the spoilers thus far, and I'm going white-red humans. I think it'll be my first real hardcore attempt in guilds. We have a Shielding Light, Navigator's Ruin, Snapping Sailback, and a Fell Flagship. I'm going red-white humans and splashing some angel action. Need that hot angel action in there to fight off the big stuff. I'll show you guys some of the tricks I got planned. Imperial Lancer, Stormfleet Aerialist, Deadeye Quartermaster, and a Sorcerer Spyglass. A good hit. I got tons of those, but still worth $5 or something like that. They're not cycling. That's good. Hey, we need a Search for Ascani here to recoup. A Search or a Carnage Tyrant. Wouldn't mind a foil either, but ain't happening this time. Dinosaur Stampede, Bishop of the Bloodstain again, Air Elemental, and a Dragon Skull Summit. Nice. Even after Rakdos cycles, I still see that being played. Will definitely be relevant after cycle. I'm sorry, not after cycle. Guilds, it won't be so relevant, but the set after that, whatever the next one is called, Allegiances or whatever, it will be relevant. So that was fun. Got a couple good hits there. Some stuff definitely relevant after cycle, after the rotation. I'm really concerned right now with making sure what I'm purchasing, with the exception of a shot at a masterpiece, making sure what I purchase is going to be standard relevant. So I was going to go Lyra Dawnbringers and Tiana's for my angels in this deck. And she plays with auras and equipments, which is the main mechanic I'm horsing around with. I put Urza's Ruinous Blasts in there because I'm concentrating on a lot of legendaries. 2 Ajani's. 4 Heroic Reinforcements. Not doing this so much for the creature tokens. I'm doing it for the 1/1 counters. Sphinx's Decrees. Great card against control. Awesome card against control. Against the right decks, it can essentially give you a free turn if they can't counter it. Slaughter the Strongs, great against mono green, especially when you're playing a White Weenies deck. Board the Weatherlights. Outstanding way to get historic cards, and I've got historic cards. Pride of Conquerors, huge against White Weenies. Invoke the Divines. And I will play these because you're going to see a lot of white-blue. And you need to be able to blow up those Sealaways and Exelon's Bindings and stuff like that. And it's a great way to do it. A couple Lightning Strikes, because I am going red. Make stands. I really like Make a Stand. I know 3 mana, but everything gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible. And it can save you. Sheltering Lights, I need to find a couple more of those. It's another way to give your creature indestructible. And Scry. That's a good card. I'm not sure about this. 4 Hieromancer's Cages, and I'll show you why I have those in there in a minute. 2 of Johnny's Welcomes. I'm kind of teetering on this. Probably won't do it. I'm trying to keep every creature, with the exception of the 2 angels, human. Exxon's binding, I need to find 3 more Exxon's bindings. I know I've got them, I just got to track them down. Things on the screen here. 4 Radiant Destinies, Calling Human, On Sarah's Wings. I want the legendary enchantment out. It's a enchant creature, and it makes the creature legendary. It gets +1/+1 and has flying, vigilance, and lifelink, so it's fully legitimate. It'll turn a creature into an angel, pretty much. Triumph of Gerard, I'm thinking about this card. It's just a cheap, easy way to get 2/1/1 counters on something. It's a good card. So, it's simple. It's a simple card. And we're going to need to look at simple cards after the rotation. Everybody's so stuck up on mono red, on these super fast decks. You're going to have to start looking elsewhere, because I don't see a lot of super high power. It definitely looks like black-green is going to be overpowered in the format. But I think white-red can have some serious potency. Knight's Pledges, I want enchantments, and you'll see why. Seal Aways. Just need that for controlling mono green. Sea Reds, another great enchantment. Sea Red is an awesome enchantment. Except you have to be very aggressive with it. You have to be ready to swing every turn. Tocatli Honor Guard. It's a great way. The Wizards deck is going to be no joke. And the Wizards deck is all about enter the battlefield triggers. This kills that mechanic. These murder that mechanic. And you get a good enchantment on it. It gets hard to kill. And you're ruining their day. Dismissive Pyromancers. Thinking about him, he is great to be able to cycle through cards, and he can do damage if you need to take a creature out. You just chump him. You blow him up to take a 4 toughness creature out. I think he's awesome. In the right deck. And this is the right deck, because most likely I'm going to get a Radiant Destiny or a Vanquisher's Banner out after I play him, or before I play him. Champion of the Flame, because I'm playing a bunch of enchantments, I think he's required. I think he's awesome, and I think he's required. I'm running out of space here, folks, so I'll just show you. Sky Terrors, I'm leaning on these. I like them just for an early game play, but I'm not playing dinosaurs, but I think it could still work, so I'm leaning on it. Let me know what you think, whether I should play the Sky Terrors. I know it's played heavily in Commander. We got Valiant. I put 2 Valiant Knights in there because I do have Knights in this deck. I'm leaning on it. I might sideboard them. Daring Archaeologists. It's an awesome way to get your enchantments and your equipment back. So, and you can make him big too. He can get real big. I think he's required for this deck. It's just, you can get him huge. We have Beards. I think Beard is very important. Beard will slow down any other aggro deck. I probably wouldn't play 4 of them. I'd probably play 2 and sideboard them against creature decks. Danitha Caption in this deck, huge. Because all your auras and equipments cost 1 less. That's massive. We're concentrating on auras and equipments in this deck. And it's just huge. Militia Bugler, we're going to have to play him in this human deck. There's no choice. Novice Knight, he's an outstanding defender initially, and it's so easy to put a C red on him or her, whatever, and then have a 4/4 by turn 2. and it loses defender and can just attack. Everdon Champion, really hard to get rid of. You got to use a lightning strike or something to get rid of it. Mentors of the Meek, Knights of Grace. You know, and I'm claiming humans. These all get +1/+1. Benelish Marshall. You know, I'll be narrowing it down. Valduk, which is huge. He can get so nasty so fast. Keldon Workcaller. Thought about him. I have to decide. I've only got one on. It's Saga, though. Phoenixes. Thinking about sideboarding these. There's plenty of decks he's very useful against. Blackblade Reforged. I don't think I have a choice here. I got lots of legendary creatures. And he can do this thing's huge. It's massive. And you don't have to equip it on legendary. Late game, it can really save you. Forebear's Blade. Awesome equipment spell. Have to play it. Rogue's Gloves. Great way to draw cards late. Marauder's Axe. Just a decent equipment spell. I may play it, I may not. Shields of the Realm. Great way to keep creatures alive. You put this on your Tecatli Honor Guard, and it essentially becomes a 1/5. And you can just keep it on the board forever. And Vanquisher's Banner is huge, because we got so many humans in this deck. We're going to be playing pure humans. So we get that out, and we're bound to cast some humans and draw some cards with it. So that's it. I'm going to be working on this heavily. Pre-release night, you know, I'll get my pre-order boxes. However many I get, we'll see. I will not be getting a case. No way. Not even close. That set will not have long-term value. It's going to be a flash in the pan, just like M19. There may be one or two really prevalent cards, Assassin's Trophy being one of them, but it's certainly not going to have the kind of value where, I mean, Dominaria, I turned a profit early. That's not going to happen with this set. The early prices aren't going to hold up, so they're not even going to hold up a few weeks, I believe. I think most cards will be under $10 fast, so talk to you later, everybody. Go get my doctor's appointment. Peace.